sports. It's the Nighthawks and the Titans, and it comes your way next.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap as it'll be the Nighthawks of Louisville taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Louisville, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And what a great game that was to watch last week because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, and that is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cleveland Farrell drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. Play action now. Levis.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game there.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This now a 3rd and 4. Levis looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Nighthawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Inside handoff. Henry able to push his way through. And a powerful stiff arm that frees him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Levis.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Levis on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And the Louisville offense back out now.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mahomes now to throw.
That's taken in by Higgins.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Now here's Mahomes.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Levis back to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Henry out of the pistol. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Levis now off of play action.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. To the sideline and incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Levis to throw once more.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Levis. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 18. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now it's Mahomes again.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Touchdown! Travis Kelce from 3 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how many often does that team that's been playing before win game 1?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, That's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum. You can take them out in that one game, and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he will have the Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Meanwhile, Levis's throw pulled in by Hopkins. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll throw it again with Levis. And his throw is incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Levis looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. A gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. Levis throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Levis from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, and able to do so on that play.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, those body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now Mahomes. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection That's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down. And again, it's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's just called, as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it.
And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive.
He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, In some ways, he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. I believe that buzz down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to throw, it's Levis. On the out route, he's got Burks.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon God. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Levis on 3rd and 1. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Levis now on 1st and 10. He gets this one to Burks. just across the midfield stripe. Here's 2nd and 5. Levis out of the shotgun now. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. He's got his run back out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And Levis going back to the air.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
This 2nd and 4.
18-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Going to the right here and finding Burks.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's got the 1st down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Mahomes to throw once more, and it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Higgins. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Levis now off of play action.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines, feel pretty good about themselves, and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
2nd down, here's Levis. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Henry up the middle.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Levis back to throw.
He finds Hopkins complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
Now Levis.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They go play action, now Mahomes.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
He's got the 1st down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Higgins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
He's got the 1st down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw outside, completion to Rice. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
Shoves him aside. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Nighthawks put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Now, this has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Mahomes will throw for it.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
Responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of the players having that type of a day because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns. But all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Levis looking to throw.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 6 yards away.
And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now a toss coming right side. Spears. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal will only tie as they put their lead to 3. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Back to throw, it's Levis. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Levis to throw off play action.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 1st down, Mahomes. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Higgins.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's got the 1st down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And Monty Rice there on the tackle. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It'll be caught by Rice.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Nighthawks have taken a 4th quarter lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Levis and the Titans now down by 4, 1:39 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got Henry.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Levis to throw.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Levis.
He finds his man complete. It's Phillips.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Here's Levis.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Now that was the two-minute drill, and it's very fast. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing now. Here's Levis.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Back to throw. Levis.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
I believe in you, D. I believe in you.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taken from just outside the 30. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.